Hello, Simmer. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. How you all doing? How is your week starting? I hope you're having a beautiful Monday. If it's Monday for you or any other day, I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're ready for a super fun and unique build because today we are diving into something that's packed with charm, nostalgia, and a whole lot of Mediterranean vibes. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's get into it. Alrighty, before we jump into the build, let me tell you the story behind it. This build is inspired by a tradition that it was pretty common in the Mediterranean area, especially in places like the south of Italy. Back in the days, family run restaurants often double as a cooking school. On their day off, the owner would open their door to locals for teaching them how to whip up a traditional dishes like caponata or fresh pasta, pizza, lasagna, sorbetto, anything. It was all about sharing the love for food and keeping those culinary traditions alive. And that's exactly the vibe I wanted to capture for this build. I wanted to create a space that feels warm, inviting, and full of life, a place where Sims can gather, learn, and enjoy delicious food together. Now, in The Sims 4, we can't technically have a residential lot and a restaurant on the same property. But thanks to the latest expansion pack, I think we can get pretty close. I mean, with the ability to host cooking classes, mentor other Sims, and even charge for food and drinks, this build brings that old Mediterranean charm to life. It's not just a restaurant, it's a community hub where Sims can come together to learn, eat, and connect. So let me show you around. Let's start from the exterior. As you can see from the video, I cut out the entire creation of the exterior area. That's because in the beginning, I wanted to create something that's very common in the south of Italy called terrazzamenti. I'm not sure if there is like a direct English word for this, but basically there are they are square of garden areas arranged on different levels, kind of like the platform I created to get to the gallery of the house. They usually have stones creating a small wall in between them. It's not really simple for me to explain, so to make it easier, I think I'll pop a picture up on the screen so you see what I'll talk about. I was trying and trying so hard to make these terrazzamenti look good, but unfortunately, they didn't turn out as nice as I hoped. The platform were keep glitching, so it was kind of a nightmare. And in the end, I just decided to simplify the overall look of the garden area. So I decided to add some lavender plants in front of the platform of the house from debug, along with few rocks, and use the frontier space for more table with umbrellas. I also added two planter boxes with some carrots, parsley, some fruit to grow and use in the kitchen. And finally, I added a small grill for those outdoor cooking sessions. Even though now that I'm thinking about, I don't think that you can mentor anybody with the grill. But anyway, it's fine. It's there if you want to go with your Sims to this lot to just eat. It's cozy, functional, so it's perfect. Another typical thing that you can find on traditional building that I did in this house is what I created on the fence. Usually old builds have this branching ivy as a part of the structure, and I love it, you guys. It's really nice. Obviously, in real life, people are generally desperate to get rid of this branching ivy because it needs a lot of maintenance, and during warm seasons, it attracts insects and animals. So I can understand they don't want it in their build. But from an aesthetic point of view, I think it had so much charm to the build. So I try to recreate it on the fence, and I think it gives that rustic live-in feel that's so characteristic of Mediterranean architecture. Regarding the backyard, I created a small lounge bar with few tables to drink and hang out under the stars. It's the perfect spot for Sims to relax after a long day of cooking or a long day of learning or even a long day of teaching. I can totally picture them sitting there, sipping a glass of Italian wine and chatting under the moonlight. It's such a vibe, you guys. Now, let's head inside to the ground floor. This is where the magic happens. We got a cozy restaurant area with plenty of seating for hungry Sims, and there are more seating outside in the gallery area. And I wanted this space to feel warm and inviting, like a place where everyone know each other, they know your name, because it's a small community, so you kind of feel like this all me vibe. I also added a check-in station from Dine Out, and I thought you could maybe swap it for the charging machine that came with businesses and office pack, so it should be functional this way. Still on the first floor, we can find the kitchen, which is fully equipped for both cooking up delicious meal and teaching aspiring chef. Is this the way you say it? Inspiring? Well, people who wants to become chef or just want to be better at cooking. So picture this: a group of Sims gather around learning how to make fresh pasta or how to perfect their sauce recipe. It gives major family run trattoria vibes, right? For those of you who doesn't know, trattoria is a type of restaurant we have in Italy where you can find authentic Italian food. The location is generally very rustic, showcasing the typical architectures and style of the country, especially if you find one in the south of Italy. You get that kind of grandma's dish sensation, like if you had a grandma cooking for you. And that's because in most of these places, grandma is the chef. If she's not too old, she usually is the one that is behind the stove. It's a very nice experience, and in my opinion, a must have if you're visiting the Mediterranean area. As you can see further in the video, I also added a DIY board in the kitchen, and where I imagine the board that came from the pack would go so that you could give lessons and, teach how to cook to other Sims. So this build, as you can see, is all about the communal, shared experience, shared food, laugh, and maybe a glass of wine or two. Now, let's head upstairs. This is where the owner lives. There is a cute little apartment for two Sims. Obviously, in real life, the restaurant would be in kind of a townhouse, and the owner might or might not own the above apartment where he could or could not live. So, to spice things up, I chose to create what it looked like a villa and separate it from the boxy look of the townhouse. Anyway, the apartment upstairs is compact but super cozy with everything they need to unwind after a long day of cooking and teaching or just to relax in their day off. There's a small living area with a comfy couch and a TV just above the fireplace. And you guys, last time I created a small living area with the TV just above the fireplace and, a couch and a rug. As soon as I started the game to playtest the house, it caught on fire straight away. So I really hope it will not be the case this time. I think if you move the rug just a little bit back, it should be fine and safe. Then we have a small bedroom, simple but charming, with a double bed and a couple of nightstands. Nothing too extravagant, but still perfectly functional and cozy. A small kitchen. There is no table to eat, but I did add two kitchen counter for it. And then I also added a small office area, and then my favorite part of the build, the tiny balcony where you can sip your morning coffee and plan your day ahead. It's perfect for, balance work and play. I can totally imagine the owner sitting out there brainstorming from new recipe or just, enjoying the view and the breeze. Is such a peaceful little space. So, what do you think about this house, guys? Would you do anything different? Do you think your sim will love living and cooking and teaching here? I had so much fun building this, and It brought back so many memory. I really hope it's as playable as possible, but not owning the expansion pack, I can't really test it. But maybe you could test it for me if you have the expansion pack and let me know how it goes in the comment section down below. What should I have done different? Why? I'd love to hear your thoughts and see how your team interact in this space. So, with that being said, I think it will be all for today. If you're enjoying hanging out with me, please don't forget to leave me a like and a comment and let me know what you'd add to this build or remove. Maybe you would add more plants, maybe a bigger kitchen, or perhaps a rooftop garden. Just please let me know. And hey, if you wanted to download from the gallery, you just need to search it under my hashtag charmedsm. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, Simmer. I really hope you will like this build just as much as I loved creating it. Until next time,
Till
bye.
my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll hey, melodies we haven't played, no, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the